Hello from the Hashknife. Hay just arrived. It's mid-August. And you'd be like, well, that's pretty early, isn't it? Yeah, it's about 2 months early, but when winter's coming, you got to start being prepared. So we've gotten 2 loads already of hay. We've got several more to come. And the video that I already took of Dad starting to unload that second trailer full was very windy. Very windy indeed. So there's no audio. We're going to actually have to do a voiceover of it. But we hope you enjoy some of the things that we do, how we explain what we do it, and the reason why we do it. But this is what it looks like right now. 2 loads. We got 3 bales abreast, 4 high. I don't even know how many back. We got about 9 full stacks, and then we taper down for support. So yeah, that's I believe we're looking at about 60 ton right now, and we need about 280. So we did let the girls in with the babies. If you remember this little pasture, the hay area, the hay yard, we had it blocked off right there for when Diaper Dan was going through his ordeal, help knock down some of this grass, use it instead of just let it sit there. Sometimes people say, well, you don't even need to do hay. I know there was one guy that got roasted one year. He said on TikTok or something that if you're using hay for your livestock in the wintertime, you don't know how to ranch or farm, and people just absolutely burned him alive. One example that I will always, and I'll never stop using it, but I always do it, and it's annoyingly so, is in the winter of like 1886 to 87 or 87 to 88, somewhere in there, there were thousands of longhorn cattle that were brought up from Texas into the north country of Montana. The vast majority of them died because at that time they said, oh, just open grazing, it'll work. They didn't account for the heavy snows and the cold winters. And a sketch by C.M. Russell or Charlie Russell ended up depicting that, called Waiting on a Chinook. And it's a great photograph and picture of the time. So that's why we do hay. And hopefully I can throw that up there really quick and you can take a picture or a view of that, because it's one of my favorite images of all time. And to annoyingly hammer the point home, you can see here just beautiful lush grass. We got those 12 butcher steers out there right now. But hay is always needed in the wintertime. It doesn't matter how good your grass is in the summer. If you get snowfall and the cows can't get to it, it doesn't matter. So waiting on a Chinook was definitely an important lesson learned in the late 19th century when homesteading and starting to kind of settle this Montana, Wyoming, and Dakota territories. Typical thing that we usually do, the truck driver will come up with a load slip telling us how much those hay bales weigh, and then he's just going to pull those straps, and as soon as about 2 straps or 3 straps are gone, we've got the go ahead to pick up the hay. And that's exactly what Dad's doing. He's going to go forward, take that hay, stab it, pick it up, and just clear that bottom bale and back up. And as soon as he is ready and past that bottom bale, he's going to drop it to minimize the center of gravity so there's no tipping, because at that particular spot it's a little bit of a hill and it puts us in a precarious position. Then he's just going to come around and head for the stack, and he is going to stack that as tightly as he possibly can. He's going to go on top there, line it up on the right hand side where the top stack is already set, get it nice and snug, put it just on top of there, and push into the next layer behind so that it makes as best of a seal as possible to minimize any moisture seeping in from rain, snow, or just in general dew or anything like that. He's going to back up and try it again. And there's the second side. The first 1 or 2 bales is probably the hardest because you're trying to go as nice and easy and gentle as possible. Not only because of that hill that happens to be where that trailer's parked, but also because we're trying to not hit the cab of the truck. It's going to bring it down nice and gentle. And then again, address that stack. Stack it on top of that first few bales, and then set it as tight as you can and back away and try it. And this is going to be more of a longer shot. He's going to go back and reset and come back around. And this just gives you a little bit of appreciation for why it takes us about an hour and a half to load a what we call a truck and a pup. So that's got a truck trailer and then a smaller trailer behind that original first trailer, which is called a pup. You see right there. And the time it takes just in travel from the truck to the stack gives you a little bit of a understanding of why it takes us an hour and a half. That's Dad's time. He's pretty well versed at it this time, and whenever he's not around, he'll have me do it. I'm about an hour and 45, but yeah, it takes him an hour and a half. And then moving on to this next clip shows him coming towards the stack. He's going to actually stack those 2 bales on the bottom off the ground level closest to the camera. And what he's doing is he's just going to line up as best as he can, square up. That's the big thing. If you're just off ever so much, it makes it really hard to make that stack snug. So he's going to square up as flat as possible and then lower it, level it, and then address that stack and push right into it, and then just go down ever so much and remove those spikes out of the lower bale, and then back to the truck. And here he is. Again, I'm up on top of the stack this time, and this one is actually going to be a stack where he has to undo it. So that top bale is a really good bale, actually, and he's going to set it off to the side. What happens to be the circumstance in this one is the bottom bale is a little rougher. It's either got mold, or it's got some dirt, or it's just got a little bit more dry hay to it. It's probably been on the outside of the stack anyway. So what he's going to do is take that really good bale that he's going to leave for the center. He's going to set it off to the side. And you can see on that other bale that's left behind the upper left corner, there's a little spot, about a quarter of the bale has mold in it. And when we come back, pan back over, you'll see. But that's a really good bale that he's setting down. So to protect it, he's going to take some of that older bales, or those moldy bales or dirty bales. And if there's dirt on the bottom, usually it goes on the ground. Obviously, you know, it's already been exposed to dirt. Keep it exposed to dirt. It's got the dirt in it. If it's got just mold or it's rough, he's going to usually try and put it on the outside stack, like on the left or the far right, and then on top. So this one has mold on top, it looks like. So he's just going to put it up on top of that bale right there, because we always know that there will be a little bit of waste with square bales, whether it's a small square or a big square. And so to minimize that waste, you take the bales that already show or indicate some form of waste, and you put them to the locations where they'll be exposed to other things that will do that. So that newer bale that he set off to the side, he'll end up putting in the middle of the stack some point. Now this one, he's just going to take the 2 on the far side there, and then he's going to move on. And come right back around. And again, let's just give you a quick appreciation. You know, we're going as fast as we can, but each bale is about anywhere between 1,100 and 1,200 pounds. And so he's got a little over a ton of weight sitting on the front of that tractor. So he's trying to go as methodical as possible, because if you lift it high and turn hard, you're going to flip. So everything's got to be nice and easy and careful, and he's just going to set it in the bottom. This one is going to be a little special. He's got that nearest bale, and because he's, again, on that kind of that hill crest, he's going to set that off to the side, and he's going to go and grab the far bale, and then he's going to set that bale right there on top of the bale he's already put on the ground, and he's going to stack them, and that will be his next run, because we're trying to minimize going back and forth with just one bale. You saw how long it takes to go from the truck all the way to the stack, so to minimize that, he's just going to stack those 2 bales, set it, lower, stick, and go. And he's set to go stack those on the stack now. There you go, lift and go. Okay, now he's going to take that. I think this is the same clip. I just removed a little bit of the time there for you. He's just going to set it off to the side. Now this next one is an important one. He's going to actually turn something. So again, that truck and that pup that I explained earlier, he's going to take this lower bale, remove it. What you see to the left of the bale he's removing is that those bales are actually perpendicular, those 3 high there, perpendicular to the rest of the trailer because of space reasons. Either they don't put those 3 in there and they're short, and so they can't take hay and haul it. And time is money and miles are money. So if you look at the pup as well, on the back end there's 1 full bale and then 3 high that are also perpendicular. Well, to maximize the space of the trailer, both in the truck's trailer and the pup, they do a quick perpendicular set, and he's going to take one of those bales and put it at the bottom seam so that it's not going to topple over, because if he puts it too high, it'll just fall over. And he's just going to turn it. He's going to go at about 45-degree angle, nice and gentle. He's trying to be nice and easy about it. And he's just going to turn it so it's parallel to the trailer side. And then he's going to come back, readdress, take it, and move. So he's going to take this one bale that he used to ram it. And really that was kind of a gentle way of doing it. Like we say ram, but not really a quick hit like you would think. He's going to set this off to the side. Then he's going to retrieve one bale and place it on top of that one right there. So you're going to return back, readdress the stack, and you can see it went from perpendicular to parallel now, just like in a quick reference to the back set there. You can see those last three just kind of perpendicular. Gonna go up. Just gonna stick that bale. Nice and easy there. Nice and easy. Get it right there. There you go. Got it. And he's gonna lift and pull back. There it is. It's loose. And turn it down. And then he's gonna come back and he's gonna actually overshoot this bale on the ground a little bit to square up and maximize the usage of his tractor. There it is. He's gonna swing around and get it just parallel. There we go. Back up. He's gonna set it. And this first set he's not gonna quite like. It's gonna be just a little bit off. So he's gonna redo it. There it is. Got it. So that's the perfect stack for him. He's going to grab it, and now he's going to put it on the overall hay stack. Another delivery on its way. Now the unloading begins. Okay, first and only take probably, because I'm going to be busy getting this done quick today. Right now I'm in the low gear as I approach. I had to take care of the first ones first because it's in a tippy area and I didn't want to put me, the tractor, or that semi in danger. So here we are. I come up here. I got to aim this up a little bit. Like I said, I'm doing this one-handed, so I got kind of, yeah, that's about right. Okay. Trying to aim for this a little. I'll have to move my spears right before it penetrates. There you go. Bring them up. All right. Now I'm just going to come in here. I'm in from forward. All right. I'm just going to penetrate a little bit. Nice and slow. You don't want to hurry because then that's how you tip everything over. I actually might be a little high here. Just push. There it is. I don't want to wiggle him. So I'm just going to tilt it back. Come up at the same time. Clear. Okay, we're cleared. Put it in reverse and come back. I got to lift up a little bit because I'm going to go downhill. All right, now what you're going to watch is I'm going to leave the steering wheel alone. As soon as I cross the line there, I'm going to drop these bales like that. Get my center of gravity down. There you go, and keep going. Kick this into a little bit higher gear. And forward. There we go. All right, it's a slow, methodical process. Obviously, it's a little slower right now because I'm doing this one-handed, but do it with two hands, you know, one with the joystick and one with the shifter. And I'm gonna try and approach this bale stack. And the other thing is, as I'm coming in, I want to look, how's my line looking? All right, I creeped into the left a little bit on that last one, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Come up here, and then we're always looking at the bales. Are the bales good? If there's dirt on the bottom or they're a little crappy, like actually this top one might be a better option for another spot. I might have to change that once I get this off the camera off, but there's mold in that, so I might want to put it up towards the top instead of having it in the middle of the bale stack. There we go. I hit that a little harder than I wanted, but I'm going to press that up there. Nice and tight. It's got to be close. There we go. Nice and packed. And go back. And of course, I'm watching my spears there. Tilt them down a little. Make it easy. There we go. Now I'm going to go back up to the second gear. Pick that up. And I'm just going to go back. Dad likes to go forward with everything. I go back. I figure I'm in reverse. Might as well keep going. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna go backwards. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line myself up with the approach on that. Now you notice there's also a bale each on the bottom, so I'll just take that front one, stack it on the back one, and then I'll have my tandem two, and then I can go from there. And look at that, pretty much lined up, going to front, and there you go. And that's it. It's not too hard. It just takes time when you got one hand behind your back or in front of you on a camera. All right, here we go. After all that, we're about 2/3 done with this year's hay crop. We're trying to bring it in, get it acquired. We got round bales for the horses, the big squares for the cows, figuring 30 pounds per day per head. And that's it so far. We've probably got another 3 or 4 loads total coming back in, but this is gonna be the hay yard for the year. And then we will separate all of our locations out by truckload and do our annual testing and send it up to Chinook for some lab work, and then make sure we got the protein numbers. So thanks until you're better paid.